be seeing the story of the necklace. So once upon a time, in a great city of France, there was a couple, and this couple consisted of Matilda and Vincent. Vincent was an hardworking education was an hardworking employee in the educational ministry, whereas Matilda was a housewife who takes care of all the things in the house, and she yet stays very beautiful. But the one thing which was always wrong with Matilda is that she always gives more important to material value. She she she's never proud of her own beauty of her skin, but she's only proud of her jewelry or the riches or the riches that she sees on the body of other woman. She is always interested in jewelry, but Vincent was entirely different. He would always he would always praise the beauty of her body and skin, but Matilda, she never used to even listen them, because she always gives importance to only material wealth, as I said. Um, and Vincent was also and Vincent he was also not making so much money, but he still makes decent money, which is still sufficient for a comfort for a luxurious living for both of them. But Matilda, she was not enough with she was not complacent with that. She needed much more. She needed Vincent to be more to be super rich. But Vincent, he was a hardworking guy, but he was not able to make that much money because he has a government job. Um, and Vincent never worried that if he could have earned more money, he could have made Matilda more happy, because he knew that Matilda needs to learn a lesson that um, that she that she needs to be proud of her own beauty first, and then the riches. Um, and also one other thing is that Matilda, she always likes to be fancy, and one day and one day when Vincent showed an invitation to the ball to a ball to Matilda, then Matilda she was very happy, and she decided to go there. But she soon realized one thing. She realized that she ran out of dresses, but she actually had many dresses. But the only thing is that they were not so fancy. I mean, they were fancy, but they were not so fancy. Then Vincent said, "Oh, darling, you have so many dresses. Why can't you just wear one of them?" Um, then Matilda said, "No, those are not fancy enough to go to a ball. I need a new dress." And and then Vincent asked, "Okay, how much does a new dress cost?" And Matilda answered, "About 400 francs." Um, um, then Vincent thought in his head for a while. He was exactly saving up the exact sum of 400 francs to buy a fishing set. But as his wife asked one, he could do nothing more than spend all of his savings on the dress. At last, he spent all of the savings on his dress, and he bought it. And Matilda was also very satisfied with the dress. But there was another problem for Matilda. She complained that she had no jewelry to wear on it. Um, then when and then Vincent said that, "Oh, okay, then it's fine. Why don't you go to the house of your friend and ask her for some jewelry, because I don't have the money to buy you jewelry now." Then Matilda said okay, and she went to her friend's house, which by the way is Jean. And when she went to Jean and asked her for jewelry, Jean actually had a lot of jewelry, so she gave her a beautiful necklace. And when Matilda saw that necklace, she was astounded by the beauty of the necklace, and she thought that this necklace would be worth thousands of francs. Anyway, she wore it and entered the ball, and everyone praised her beauty and even the beauty of her ornaments. She was very complacent with the knife, with the night at the ball, and she returned to the home. But when she returned home, she realized that the necklace which she wore were missing. She was very tense and told Vincent to search everywhere where they have been. Vincent searched and came home, but all of his efforts were in vain, because they found the necklace nowhere. Now both of them were very tensed, and they decided to buy a new one and then give it to Jean. So they searched all the shops for a similar one, but they never found one. So they have been searching, and at a fancy shop. They saw a necklace which was very similar to it, and they bought it. And the cost of that necklace was indeed 40,000 francs. That's way more than what the couple could afford. Um, anyway, they took loans from um, everyone, and they finally gathered the money. And after that, they bought the necklace, and then they gave it to Jean. But after that, for 10 years, they were continuously in debt. They were not able to clear it until 10 years. Finally, after 10 years, both of them cleared the debt, and now Matilda looked at herself. Um, she was very old, and the beauty of her body was entirely gone, because she had to do lot of works, and she had to work in lot of houses as maiden to earn more money to clear their debt. And in this way, they have even shifted to a house which is less fancier, and which has way more low rent. And then Matilda realized it. She could have uh, and then Matilda realized, why wouldn't I just be happy with all the things and with a lovely husband I had back in 10 years? See, I can't even imagine myself like this before 10 years. She was very sad, and she decided to take a walk out in the street. And then she saw Jean by mistake, and Jean told, "Oh, Matilda, you have changed a lot. What happened to you, my dear?" Then Matilda told everything. And after that, Jean said, "What? That necklace cost you 40,000 francs? That's an absolute steal, because I got the necklace for $200 and it was a fake. But I think the thing which you bought, or the ornament which you bought was a real one. So it costed you the real cost. But mine was a fake." Then Matilda was absolutely shocked, and she realized that a string of diamonds have spoiled her life of 10 years. And from then she realized that, and from then she always used to praise her beauty, even if she's not that beautiful now, but she still praises her beauty, and that's a very important quality. Matilda realized all of her mistakes, and from that day, she learned to never value to never value material wealth as much as she values the beauty and the company of others. Thank you.